Hello everyone and welcome back to the MDNOL Mountain Dew Cup Series, whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. Well, we got Brandon Wilson on pole here for race 25 at Richmond, the Richmond 400. Michael Scout to his outside. Trevor Graham in third. Carlos Widows in fourth, and Jake Sensing in fifth. This is going to be a good one because we got a battle between points and the playoffs for once instead of just Okay, here we go. Instead of just everyone being locked in, there's only been 13 winners, at least 13 winners that are able to make it right now. So, green flag is in the air as Brandon Wilson in the Hooters number 16 gets a good launch and clears out front. But here comes Trevor Graham wanting to get that second spot. Michael Scott looked like he was going to try and come down and try to get that bottom line, but not able to do so. And I believe Michael Scout is currently the one on the cut line, only 14 points to the good, which is still decent, but enough to make you worry. Trevor Graham is currently 40 points out in 20th position in the point standing, so he needs to grab this W if he can get it. Mike Mongo is 21 points out. Kyle Phillips is 29 points out. And Scott Weaver is 14 points out. Jaden Oakley in the 70. These are the people above the cut line. So I mentioned Michael Scout's plus 14. Jaden Oakley's plus 33. And Isaac Sheldon is plus 35. So those guys looking to have a good day here. Hoping to continue their playoff contention hopes, I guess. Couldn't find the wording for that right there. But so far so good. 100 laps here today. Then you times that by 4 to calculate numbers, I guess. I don't know. That's how I usually do it. 25% races, so you know. I still call them the full names, though. Anyways, let's see here. We got... Should go look at the point standings for the regular season championship. Oh, I should mention, the next race is the regular season finale for the Cup Series, so... whoa, how did one get loose there in the back? That was Ethan Womack. Logan Cribb is currently the points leader. And he's 8 ahead of Dylan Thacker and 75 ahead of Wilson Hunt. So it's really a battle between the two guys up in 1 and 2, Logan Cribb and Dylan Thacker, for the regular season title. And I don't even see either of them in the top 10. I need to go check the leaderboard for that. Oh, excuse me, I'm stupid. The 20 car of Logan Cribb is in 4th. I don't see the 9. I didn't see the 20 at first. Oh. The 9 is in 36th. So he's got some work to do if he wants to get up here and battle for this regular season title. But Hunt could close in on Thacker if it keeps going this way. But we got to look up front here. Unlike the Xfinity race, Michael Scout's keeping Brandon Wilson honest here. Not letting him get away. He's keeping him to a car length or so. Trevor Graham's keeping him in view too. All three of these guys need a win. Let me check where Brandon Wilson is in points. He's 22nd. So no wins, but a win would get him in. Jonathan Canales is 26 in points. He's got to stay in the top 30 to be playoff eligible. But there have been no winners from... When Canales won, at some points he was below the top 30 in points. But he's 26 right now, so he is good. But I believe he's only like 15 points to the good, so he's got to stay decent. And right now, let's see where he's running. He's running okay. Yeah, he's about mid-pack here. I saw him there for a second. There he is. So 16. So it could be worse. He's only got to handle this race and one more, so he should be fine. And other than that, pretty simple. Not as complicated as the Xfinity Series side of things. But Michael Scout's got a big run off of turn 2 here on Brandon Wilson's going to dive it to the inside. And Michael Scout, not somebody I expected to come and lead some laps here at Richmond. We've seen these Richmond races have one leader and then not have much passing. But Brandon Wilson going to try and hang it around the outside. Can't make it work, but he might have a decent run here down the back straightaway. Doesn't really lose any ground. Going to stay behind Michael Scout here. Can he get back to him and make the pass back for the lead? But Michael Scout going to lead some more laps here. A Scout takes the lead here early. About 10 laps in, I think Brandon Wilson led the first 12-ish laps. But it seems like he has a little bit of a tight race car. Michael Scout beginning to pull away from Brandon Wilson here. We'll see what the gap is after every lap. Oh, almost a 10th difference right there. Pretty big deal. That was 0.09 of a second that Scout pulled away, but Brandon Wilson's obviously got to think about the pressure from the 88 behind him. Again, just like the Xfinity race in the early portions, or the portion where we mentioned it at least, these top three guys all need to win. Well, Michael Scout doesn't have to win. There is a points path for him to the playoffs, but a win would help. So he's hoping for a fat W tonight in Richmond. But we'll have to see if that happens or not. But a good run would help him nonetheless. As long as he can be probably 40 or so points above the cut line going into the next race, he should be fine. He needs to be that and not the final car on the cut line going into the season finale, or the regular season finale at Daytona. So we'll just have to see if Michael Scout's able to make the playoffs or not. It's going to be close, I think. I think it's going to be really close. But Brandon Wilson is up here, as it looks like I didn't even see it, but the 20 of Logan Cribb got around that 88 of Trevor Graham. And just like in the Xfinity race, now it's 1, 2, and 4 who need a win. Logan Cribb is doing just fine. He's the points leader. So I also think he won the Richmond race in Cup as well. I'm just going to go look on the Instagram page. So, and that will probably tell me more than having to scroll all the way through the points and possibly doing what I did during the Xfinity race and tabbing out of their game. Well, not tabbing out, but you get the point. Let's go look here for Richmond. Oh! Wilson Hunt won the Richmond Racing Cup with a last lap pass over Logan Cribb. So Logan Cribb did lead a ton of the Richmond race earlier. He wants the redemption. So Logan Cribb might mount a hard charge to get that W here today. His cousin, Brandon Wilson, right there in front of him. So we'll just have to see. I mean, it can go any which way right now, but Michael Scout currently leading and doing a pretty good job hanging on over Brandon Wilson. We thought Brandon Wilson was going to slip back, but so far, not been the case. He's done a good job hanging on, doing everything he needs to just hang on and stay behind Scout. I mean, he's scouting him, you could say. But so far, so good for the top two. Logan Cribb hasn't really closed in much, and as I say that, he closes in 0.11 of a second. That's what Cribb needs to do. I mean, Cribb wants that Richmond win. He's going to come earn it. I mean, it's that simple. He's got to pass two guys that are very hungry and need to win. So, hey, you never know. I'm surprised we haven't seen a crash yet, because I feel like that's how the Cup races at Richmond go. There are a lot more wrecks in Xfinity, which is strange considering lower series, but it's NR. We're not going to pay much attention to that. It all depends on what settings I put it on. Oh, now here comes he influences the outcome. No, once the race starts, I don't have anything to do with it. I don't control cautions. I don't do any of that. If I could control cautions, none of these races would end under yellow. Trust me. I mean that, too. Brandon Wilson starting to slip a little bit now on Scout. Not too much, but Cribb is closing in. We're about 30 laps into this race. And Cribb is... I think he wants that Richmond win. He's definitely getting there. Scooting up the track, as I like to say. I say that for two different reasons. Scooting on up the track. I mean, they're pulling away usually. But scooting up the track means they miss the bottom lane. I don't know. I guess I should make it more clear what I mean. But dude, look at Logan Cribb close in. Brandon Wilson closed it back in. I guess because he felt the pressure from Logan Cribb. But I just don't think Brandon Wilson has the car to get back by Michael Scout, at least not at the moment. Oh, Jake Sensing's another one of those guys up here that needs a win. Heck, I don't even think Jake Sensing's in the playoffs right now. I don't even know where he's in points. 28th. So he's lower than Jonathan Canales. Not a good year for Jake Sensing in Cup. Unfortunate for him. Huh. Wait, did I look at the wrong race? Hold up. No, I don't think so. I did not look at the wrong race. Okay, we're good. 28th in points for Jake Sensing. And that's actually +4 from the last race, so... Logan Cribb is within 0.6 of a second of the lead now. He was a second back not that long ago. Man, Logan Cribb really wanting to heartbreak these guys and get his third win of the season here. I accidentally muted my mic and I just realized it, so if I went silent for a minute, that would be why. Logan Cribb really looking to get to the inside of Brandon Wilson here. I clicked the wrong button, but I'm just going to go forward through the field. See how everybody's doing, I suppose. Oh, Trevor Grant may have got the bumper from his teammate a little bit right there, but he's able to stay ahead of him. Not so friendly right there. Logan Cribb down to... Oh, well, it's back up to half a tenth now. Or half a second, sorry. This top three battle has stayed surprisingly close. It's been within 0.6 of a second this whole time. But Logan Cribb looks like he's slipped a little bit here, so fell back a little bit. Yeah, he's outside of 0.7 now, so... Or outside of 0.6, almost 0.7. As the top three stay pretty even here. As it looks like Brandon Wilson's actually slipping into the clutches of Logan Cribb now. As Cribb's right on the back bumper of Brandon Wilson now. Half a car length as they head through 1 and 2. It's about a car length out of 2. Cribb trying to close, and he's right there on his back bumper now, though. Gonna look to the inside, I imagine here. Yep, down the front straightaway. Logan Cribb to the inside of Brandon Wilson. Can he clear him? Accelerates it off of 2. They're gonna stay side by side down the back straightaway. Can Brandon Wilson get back clear? He almost did. Not quite able to. Gonna send it through 3 and 4. Cribb's gonna gas it up. Brandon Wilson's gonna gas it up. Cribb has the shorter line on the bottom. And it's clear. Can Brandon Wilson perform the crossover? No. Tries to stay on the outside of Cribb. Not going to be able to do it. Move Logan Cribb up to position number 2 in our caution-free affair so far here at Richmond. Almost halfway. As Brandon Wilson led the first 10 or so laps. Then they got overtaken by Michael Scout. And Michael Scout has led ever since. Now almost 9/10 ahead of Logan Cribb. Logan Cribb closing in a good amount here. Starting to make the moves. Could you imagine if this race ends like the first Richmond race and we have a last lap pass or something along those lines? Or like a crazy photo finish or something? It'd be pretty cool. I know some of you were thinking, like, oh, he's going to know. He knows. You're right. I do. But I do not remember what happens. And I didn't look at the standings to see who wins this race. So, I don't know. Thank you very much. I'm currently sitting on race 24. I lied. I was sitting on race 20. No. I still don't know who won the race. I was looking at the points on the second half of the race anyway, so it doesn't matter. Have I had points wrong this whole time? Okay, no, the points about the cutoff line and all that, with Isaac being plus 35, Jaden being plus 33, and Michael Scout being plus 14. That's all still true. I was looking at that correct part, but I scrolled down instead of back up, I guess. Jake Consenting is actually 32nd in points. He will be 28th after this race. Whoops. Might be. I think that's the only one I gave away. I don't remember. Whoops. Might be, guys. At least I don't know who wins. The gap's down to, let's see what it is this lap. Almost 6/10. It's down to almost 6/10 for the lead. But Brandon Wilson's starting to close back in on Logan Cribb, so keep an eye on him. Shit, I bumped my mic and muted it again. Whoops. That's a moment. Didn't even know I hit it that time. Until I realized that the light was off. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping now. I got something in my eye, too, which is just great. Still caution-free in this race as we come to 40 laps to go. Oh, and Jagan Sensing going to make the move to the inside of Brandon Wilson. I think he's going to have that spot, and I don't think he'll be the only one to pass Brandon Wilson. As Brandon Wilson's going to do the same move he did to Logan Cribb and try and stay on that outside line. I think that's actually going to work out for him. But we're going to have another battle for position as Gavin York's going to look to the inside of Alvin Tompkins for a top 5 spot here. He's going to get it, no issue at all right there. Yeah, I mean, that was easy for Gavin York to just get in the line there. And then Alvin Tompkins also missed the bottom, so he loses even more time. Unfortunate, but just a loss of 1 spot. Not the end of the world. I'm telling you, Michael Scout is driving his tail off to make sure he stays ahead of Logan Cribb, because Logan Cribb kind of a bit of a short track ace. Everyone knows it. He's really good on short tracks. Usually dominates them. Really freaking good on short tracks. When we seen him lead a ton of laps here earlier this year and then lose on the last lap, he led a ton of laps here. Led every lap in the Xfinity race here in the spring. So I guess we can call it the spring. I mean, hell, it's been 3 years, but we're going to ignore that. Whew. I'm yawning. I can't quit yawning. Damn. This race isn't that boring, I promise. I'm not very convincing, to be fair, but hey, what can you do? I'm just really freaking tired. Like I said, I've been sick. I haven't been sleeping the greatest, so. Fun. Michael Scout continuing to lead. Kept the same margin over Cribb for the last few laps, so that's good. Good if you're Michael Scout, I guess. Not good if you're Logan Cribb. But if Logan Cribb wins this race, that would be huge for him in the regular season, because Dylan Thacker is only up to 27th. Don't get me wrong, he's up almost 10 spots, but not a ton of positions here at Richmond, and not a ton of points either. Every point counts, don't get me wrong. But I don't know how much it's going to matter if it's 36, a 30-some point gap. Oh, it'd be 40 if Logan Cribb wins the race. A 40-point gap over that. If it's over 40 points going in that final race, Dylan Thacker can count himself out of the regular season title. But we'll just have to see. Now, obviously, Dylan Thacker had some luck at Daytona. I'm pretty sure he won the Daytona 500. I say pretty sure because I don't remember, but why don't we go look? That's another thing I can do, man. I can go look. He won his dual race. I remember that. Dylan Thacker did indeed win his... Wait, did I not post the duels? I guess I didn't post the duels. Alright then. On Instagram, I guess I didn't post the duels. Whoops. Oh, I did in the Daytona post, but that's about it. Anyways, Dylan Thacker did indeed win the Daytona 500 and his dual race. So he's been pretty good at Daytona. Undefeated there. So if Dylan Thacker needs a win to get into the... or win the regular season championship, he's going to have to hope Logan Cribb gets in a wreck very early on, and he is the last place finisher because of it. But if he can then go on, he would have to win if it's anything above 39 points, I believe. Or anything 39 points to 36 to 39 points. 40, I think it could only be a tie. So, because I think the max you can gain in a race at under this points format is 40. So, because there's no stages, so it's just good old fashioned playoff Roonies. But we'll just have to see if Thacker can pull that off. If, of course, Cribb wins. As of right now, running second, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. We could probably manage, but we can see lap traffic now. They're coming into play. Well, that could be very big, actually. That could really hurt Michael Scout. If he gets into the dirty air, that could be a big problem for him. Well, back. Had to spit, so didn't want to do that over the mic. So I muted on purpose that time. Anyways, coming to 21 laps to go. I think that's how it works in this. They're on lap 80. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Some games it does, some games it doesn't. It's weird. Logan Cribb slipping on Michael Scout here a little bit, but Jake and Sensing starting to get closer to Logan Cribb. That could be worth watching. Just keep a... Excuse me, I keep yawning, damn. Keep a corner of our eye on that battle there. Brandon Wilson's still right behind Jake and Sensing too, so... Both of those guys need wins. Logan Cribb really don't need it, but he wants it. Logan Cribb just needs to focus on getting good points. I mean, as long as he's ahead of that 9, it's really all that matters. The 9 is still in 27. Not been able to gain another position since getting to 27. So, all that matters for Michael Scout, though, is the win. He needs to win. Not many laps here to go. Let's see if Cribb's been saving anything, if he's going to try and mount one final charge. Whoops, wrong button. What have I done? I pressed the wrong button. This is not good. Oh, God. Bruh moment. Oh, dear God. What a colossal failure on my point. On my part. I'm still pressing wrong buttons. There we go. This is the angle I like to use. I really don't feel like I've showed much of the other field, the rest of the field this race, but I mean, it's not important. I dictate what is important. Oh, lap traffic is there. Lap traffic is there. We have reached lap traffic. This could be bad for Michael Scott. He cannot get around that 46. It's a Toyota, too. I believe it's teammates with Logan Cribb, nonetheless. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is still a Toyota, though. He manages to get around him. Here comes Jake and Sensing. Don't keep him out. Oh, but the 46 is going to get back in line. In case there's a yellow, he might try and get the free pass. Or get back around that 29. There's no free pass in this. NR doesn't do that. Let's see here. Can Logan Cribb have an easy time getting around the 46? No. No, he doesn't. Not good if you are Logan Cribb. He needs to get around this 46 so he can go charge and try and get that 29. Or is Jake and Sensing going to be able to get around the 20? They're lined up behind the 46 now. Scout is pulling away inside the final 10 laps. A big deal here if you're Michael Scout. Oh, Logan Cribb's right on the bumper of this 46. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to be able to get around him this time, I believe. Side by side down this back straightaway. Brandon Wilson going to look to the outside of Jake and Sensing. Probably going to cost him. He's going to be held up by the 46 on the outside line this time around. Going to cost him a good few positions there, I believe. All right. Logan Cribb, can you charge down and get by Michael Scout? Or can Jake and Sensing get by Logan Cribb and then charge down and get Michael Scout? We've got 5 laps to go here. 6 laps, I believe, but close enough, close enough, close enough. It's going to be close. It's going to be very freaking close. And I don't mean just a little close. It's going to be very close. Because Logan Cribb is charging to get by Michael Scout. And Michael Scout's got a lap car in front of him, so he's going to have to deal with that. And this is going to be so close. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I feel like Scout should be able to hang on. He's got to keep it clean, but he lost another 10th that lap. 4 to go. Coming to 3. Cribb's got to cut off a little over a 10th a lap. Can he do it again? No, only 0.03 of a second cut off that time. 3 to go. Running a slightly higher line. Making sure he's able to stay ahead of Jake and Sensing. Maybe that's what he was doing that last lap. Defending over Sensing. Decent drive off of turn 4. What's the gap going to be this time? I believe it's under 0.3. It's exactly 0.3. 2 to go. He's got to get a 10th and a half these next 2 laps. Who's it going to be? Coming to the white flag here in this race. Scout with a 0.3 of a second lead, but he misses the bottom. Here comes Logan Cribb down the back straightaway. He's there. Will he put him in the bumper? He just dives to the inside. It's going to be side by side off turn 4. Cribb's going to get the run off the corner to the line. Logan Cribb wins it. Unbelievable. A side by side finish, and Logan Cribb leads only 1 lap here tonight at Richmond in the Richmond 400 and gets the win on a last lap pass. Heartbreak for Michael Scout, but huge for Logan Cribb. That'll almost guarantee a regular season championship for Logan Cribb. That is absolutely huge for him. Now let's go back from a different angle. We'll review this entire last lap, because, I mean, hell, nothing else happened in this race. I mean, I thought at the start-finish line that this race was over. I mean, it's 3/10. But, I mean, Michael Scout goes down into this corner, misses the bottom, gets loose, tight, I don't know, right there. And then Logan Cribb had a perfect set of corners, gets to his inside. I think Scout was kind of hoping the 2 would hold up Cribb a little bit, but Cribb just sends it through the corner and drives it off of turn 4 and wins. I mean, what else is there to say about it? I mean, Cribb done exactly what he had to, wins by 0.06 of a second. It was a really close finish, especially for Richmond. I mean, I called it. Last lap pass, yet again. Unbelievable. That's your finish right there. Top 3 were under a quarter of a second. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What a finish. Heartbreaker for Michael Scout in that Black Storm Motorsports car, but gotta be living high if you're Logan Cribb. His 3rd win of the season, and puts him 37 points ahead of Dylan Thacker in the regular season. Let's go look at the playoff standings before we head to Daytona. It is oh, wow. Isaac Shelton, who was plus 33, is now plus 34, but 16th and on the cut line. Trevor Graham is the next one out. He's minus 34. Minus 35 is Kyle Phillips. Minus 35, Mike Mongo. And minus 36 for Scott Weaver. So it's all really close right there. Jaden Yoakley is plus 50. He should be fine going into this next race. In fact, I would venture to say he's probably going to be in. Oh, maybe not. No, because the guys below him are closer. He's got a good margin, though. Plus 50. He just can't mess it up. Michael Scout, plus 46. And Isaac Shelton, plus 34. So, Michael Scout, plus 46. He should be okay. Well, I say that, but as long as we don't have a big mix-up, they'll be okay. We'll see how it plays out, though. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.